Hi guys, so I'm back. I know I've been gone for a really long time, and I apologize to the people who had subscribed to my channel when I would talk about trying to conceive and things like that. So this video I'm going to tell you guys how my husband and I finally conceived and how my pregnancy sort of went. To start, after I had made the video, my last video, which was like 2 years ago, the video about the chemical pregnancy that I had, I began to feel like sort of, I won't say depressed. I was more so just kind of over it at that moment, and I just kind of wanted to take a break and try to get my mind off of things for a while, and then try again to see if that helps to just kind of get your mind off of something. And then once you try again, maybe it'll work. I don't know. But we took a little break. Took a break for a few months and decided to just like go on a cruise with friends and to just enjoy each other for a while. And so we decided finally, okay, it's time for us to start again. We should try again and see what happens. So we went to the doctor and saw the doctor again, our regular RE, and which is a reproductive endocrinologist for the ones that who are new to trying to conceive, who don't know. And we had a consult with him. We had an IVF consult with him. And he told us, he said, look, you know, you've had multiple IUIs. It was successful the last time you did it. And so I won't advise you guys to do IVF right away, but I'll give you 3 more IUIs, and if those are unsuccessful, then we'll move on to IVF. So he's tired. So we was like, okay, this was in April of last year. We were like, okay, this is fine. Let's do the IUIs. And again, if it doesn't work, then IVF it is. Well, the first IUI that we did, which was in May, was successful. The end of May, actually, it was successful. And the beginning of June, I found out that I was pregnant. Well, I found out that I was pregnant, and we were happy, and I was on cloud 9. Sure, I could have started videos, I could have done that, but I was in a whole nother world. I was in a whole nother mind frame at that time. And again, I apologize to the people who were following me that I didn't bring you guys along for this journey, for that part of the journey, because that is the major part of the whole trying to conceive thing. I'm sorry for the lighting, you guys. I'm using just natural lighting, and the sun is like in and out, so I apologize for the lighting. But again, I was pregnant. Well, around 5 weeks pregnant was when morning sickness kicked in, and when it kicked in, it kicked in. It was hardcore. Vomiting, getting up in the morning, throwing up. And I was working at the time. I was doing home care, and I would have to wake up at like 5 in the morning to go to work, and I was working 12-hour shifts, and it was just, I just couldn't. I was so sick that I would get to work and I would just have to lay down because I was just so sick for like an hour. But I wouldn't lay down for an hour, but I had to lay down for a little bit and just kind of take it easy because I was just so sick to my stomach all the time, all day long. And I felt bad because I didn't want to complain so much about it. I didn't want to be like, oh, I don't feel good and I'm not enjoying this and all of that, because it had taken me so long to get to that point. So I kind of felt like I was like, I don't know how to describe. I kind of felt alone. I kind of felt alone. Like I had to just struggle and just go through the sickness all on my own and not complain or say anything to anybody. But eventually I had to kind of say, okay, look, I need help. I can't do this. I'm really sick. And my husband was a major help when it came to just helping me, period. I mean, I literally was on the couch, folded up in a ball. I had a garbage can next to me all the time because I didn't know when I was going to get sick. I couldn't eat. I absolutely hate yogurt. And that was the only thing that I could stomach because I didn't have to chew it. I barely had to taste it. All I had to do was just put it in my mouth and swallow. And it didn't make me throw up. So, but that lasted until I was about 12 weeks, because at my 6-week appointment, I had got put on Declegus. And for the guys that don't know what Declegus is, it is an anti-nausea medication, I guess for mothers who are pregnant, and a lot of people who have HG, I think it's called, where they have the real sickness all the time. I guess Kim Kardashian or somebody who took that, I don't know, but it's called Declegus. And I was put on that, and that works wonders. I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that, but I will say that if y'all do sponsor me, I will preach to the world. I'm telling you, that worked like a charm. It took a couple of days to kick in, but it worked. Well, by the time I was like 12 weeks pregnant, I was able to not take the Declegus. And some days when I didn't feel good, I would take it, and I would feel better a couple of days later. I would take it for a couple of days, and then I would start to feel better again, and I was able to eat. Around 25, 26 weeks, I was scheduled to go and get the glucose test done to check and see what was going on with that. Make sure I wasn't gestationally diabetic and stuff like that. Well, I went to get the glucose test done. I took the drink, and about an hour later, I went to a restaurant to go and get, after the glucose test was done, about an hour after I left the place, I went to a restaurant to, I'm sorry, baby. Mommy was trying to move your hand from covering your nose and mouth. Sorry. Okay. But I went to get the, about an hour later, I went to a restaurant, a nice restaurant that I like to eat, that had really good soup. And I didn't feel that good after taking the glucose and drinking the drink and all of that. So I decided just a light soup was going to be great for me after that. Well, I'm in the restaurant, and I take a sip of my water and literally felt just completely flushed all over. I just felt hot. I started sweating. I was jittery and shaky. I felt like I was going to pass out. I felt like I was going to throw up. Then the lady came out with my soup, and she looked at me. She's like, "You okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm okay. I just think I need to eat." So I'm picking my spoon up, and I'm like shaking. I'm like trying to drink my soup because I didn't know what. But turns out my blood pressure, or my blood sugar, was dropping dramatically. Like, it was like I could have passed out if I wouldn't have started to eat. Luckily, I was in the restaurant and I was eating because I could have passed out. Well, I failed the glucose test, and my doctor was like, "Well, you will have to do," because that was the hour one, and she's like, "Well, you're going to have to do the 3-hour test." Well, I told her about what happened to me at the restaurant, and she was like, "Nope, you can't do the 3-hour test, because if you do the 3-hour test, you will pass out for sure. There's no denying it. You will pass out. If that happened to you after the 1-hour test, it's definitely going to happen after the 3-hour test, because the glucose drink is a lot more. Instead of 50 milligrams of glucose, there's 100 or whatever it is. I don't know the terms and all of that. But anyways, so I had to take my blood sugar 4 times a day, every single day, for a week or whatever it was, from fasting to, I'll get more into those details in a separate video that I'm going to do. But turns out I had gestational diabetes. I'm sorry, my camera had cut off. So but anyways, it turns out that I had gestational diabetes. And So I had to struggle through my pregnancy with that. That I'm going to do a separate video on. If you guys would like to see a video on that, I'm going to do one anyways, on gestational diabetes and pregnancy and all of that, and how I coped, and the things that I did to help get through that. But after that, after having gestational diabetes and everything, I kind of just really went through my pregnancy regular. I had some other issues with iron and stuff like that towards the end of my pregnancy. I was tired all the time. That's another thing. I was really tired all the time, and I felt like I was more tired than I should have been, because there was days that I just couldn't even get out of bed. Like, I would get out, I would eat, I would use the bathroom, and that was it. I would get up, eat, use the bathroom, and that was it. That was all I could do. But that's pretty much it. That's how we got pregnant, and that's what happened through my pregnancy. And I apologize to the people that were following me before. It was just that during that time, I just couldn't film. There was no motivation to do so, just to put it that way. Frankly, to put it that way, there was absolutely no motivation to film, no energy or anything of that sort to film anything. I couldn't do any pregnancy vlogs and pregnancy videos or anything like that, just because I just didn't want to. Just put it that way. Frankly, I didn't feel like it. I didn't want to. That was the last thing on my mind at that time. There are a lot of women out there. There are a lot of people that are actually following my page who are trying to conceive still. And again, like I say, I am here for you. I'm still here for the trying to conceive community. I am still going to make videos if you guys would like to hear videos about things that I took and vitamins that I tried. And because I really think that there's a prenatal vitamin that I started to take that actually helped aid in me getting pregnancy. If you guys want me to talk more about that, I will. And that's pretty much all that I'm going to talk about in this video. Again, like I said, I'm going to make separate videos on other things. I'm going to make a birth video, I made a birthing video, sort of a birthing video off of the footage that I had. The only footage that I had. I did the best that I could, you guys, with the footage that I had to kind of announce that I had a baby. But I'm going to go into more details in another video about my actual birthing experience. If you guys would just stay tuned, I'll see you in my next video, and thanks again for watching.